What is up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys another episode of Replay Review. We're going to be going up against a Darkrai today, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my 4 W's in Pokken and how they apply to Pokken. Now, these 4 things could be applied to pretty much any fighting game or, most competitive things in general, but the way they apply to Pokken is a little bit different. So the 4 W's you can see on the right-hand side are going to be why again, what can you do to fix it, and last but not least, you're going to start winning after you do a bunch of these stuff. I'm not trying to sell you guys a book here. I know it sounds like I'm trying to tell you guys a get-rich-quick scheme, but I really do think that if you guys think about each one of these topics after your losses or your very close wins, you're going to become a much better player in a relatively short amount of times. So the first W is why. I'm going to be giving you guys a spoiler here. I lose today's first game against a Darkrai. So, why did I lose against Darkrai? I think I lost against Darkrai because he's a brand new character. I don't know anything about him. This game I played earlier today is like the second day he's out. I know nothing about Darkrai. So, why don't I know anything about Darkrai? That's the second question. I mean, how am I supposed to fight something I don't know? He's a brand new character. There's not really that much I can do about it. I figured that I would want to normally in a field phase, I would like to control the map with fireballs, and then eventually go in for a quick phase shift with like a, what is that, like an up X or an up Y or something like that, or like a quick phase shift with one of Zard's many mid-range moves. It's really hard to do those things against Darkrai because he has such good field phase, and that's just another attribute to why I lost. So overall, what you can gauge from the second why is I just need more experience. So I guess I could put like an asterisk against the why again, because sometimes it's very obvious why you lost. I should have respected their counter, or I got hit with a synergy burst. That's pretty obvious why you lose certain games. But the why again in this case is going to be inexperience with the matchup. So, what can I do to fix it? Play as many games as I can. Learn the matchup. Don't play too defensive. Don't play too offensive. Play a good solid game and try and see what the opponent's tendencies are going to be. That's going to be the best way to learn how to fight against these new characters. You want to see everything that they can do and, fight them at their worst, fight them at their best, and that's pretty much it. And the last thing we're going to do is win. So we're playing 2 games today. I'm going to lose the first one, but I'm going to win the second one. I'm going to take all the knowledge that I gained through the first game and I'm going to apply it into the second game. So hopefully this is a pretty good example of what I'm trying to get across. I probably did a very bad job of explaining what the 4 W's are, but you guys are going to see it as I talk about it more. You're going to see the little tweaks in my game as I start to apply these to, game 1 and game 2. So we're going to hop right into first game. We're going up against Magalore, I think. So you guys don't even know when I'm recording this. I'm recording this like the 23rd midday, so like the game hasn't even been out. The game's barely been out for like 24 hours, and like we've both already played like 140 games. We're both pretty good. We're probably gonna end up like a ranked player, so you can expect this guy you can expect him to know what he's doing. So he's gonna be using Darkrai, brand new character. I don't really know that much about it. I know he has like a special type of dual phase that makes all his moves amazing, and I don't want to be there. That'll stay there until the end of the phase, until you phase shift and phase shifts you. So Darkrai also has a really good field phase. It's thanks to that move that I don't know really anything about, and that it's really good, but he let me get a little bit too close that time. He let me get in, and right now, we got him right where we want him. We're playing really, really good, You may be thinking, like, I thought you're supposed to lose this game. You totally just bodied this guy, and, you're right, I totally did buy this guy, so I've been lulled into a false sense of security. It's not gonna last. So we're going into this next one, and right there, you see that move where you rift open a thing in space and time? That's what he should have been doing the whole time. That's how you're supposed to play the Darkrai field phase. You set up a bunch of those, they deal a ton of damage, and they don't phase shift. They just keep you here forever. Look at this! Like, I'm just going to start, that was a small little chip, but like, I'm going to start taking big damage, and eventually, he's going to come in. I'm playing so defensive, and also, you're going to see what happens is, those of you guys that know how Darkrai works, I'm holding shield. That means that I'm not going to get phase shifted by anything other than a grab, and that is a very safe mentality to have when playing in something that you don't know what they're going to do. So, imagine the look on my face when he slams a phase shift onto me and gets this super special mode. I don't know anything about that other than I can't let it happen forever. And apparently in this mode, like, he doesn't need to open up his rifts. He can just do whatever he wants. So I'm going to pop my meter and just try to, phase shift him out of the mode. I get the synergy burst, And remember, guys, I still totally lose this game. Like, I won the first game, I hit him with a synergy burst, but my inexperience when fighting against this character is really starting to show. Because it may look like I'm doing pretty good, but I'm pretty much out of resources. Like, I've used my burst, my support's not really that good in this matchup, and, you know, he still has all of his cards still left to play. He has multiple rifts on the board, and look how dirty this field fade was. So he hit me with a bunch of those, buffered everything, and still managed to grab me. It was so disgusting. So right here is where he turns it up to 11. He's going to become really, really aggressive after not being aggressive for the whole set. And look at how, like, mobile he is. I go for the Fennekin to block the very obvious grab that you can tell he's going to grab from the footsies. And from here, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I'm playing really defensive because I'm quite low. He's in burst. I know his burst is like a rising arc, and I'm thinking he's just going to grab me again. He's already shown that he grabs on these type of things. I tried to jump over it and go for like a Flare Blitz down. It did not work. So that was game 2. He's definitely caught on to my playstyle at this point. So he opens up with the rifts like he's supposed to for game 3. And it's all bad already. He already gets his special phase up, he gets a phase shift, and I get a couple clean hits, but actually this is pretty sick. So he's expecting this to hit me, but I'm going to do my best. See, I started to charge instead of getting hit by that. I actually like that I made that adaptation on the fly. But you can just see I'm taking way too much damage. I go for Emolga, he blocks it, and I just do not know how to get in. I'm not saying it's impossible to get in. I'm never going to be one of those players that say, oh, this character's stupid, there's nothing you can do against it. There's always something you can do. This is just like my first game against Darkrai, so I just don't know how to do it yet. I mean, that's pretty much it. You see, he finally ends up phase shifting me, but I have like no health left. I have to go for a Hail Mary, hope that he jumps. He doesn't jump, and he just grabs me when I land. It was literally the most Hail Mary play that I could have made. I lose. It's not really the end of the world, because now we can analyze our situation and think about why we lost. And I'm going to talk about that once we get back to the replay screen. So now we know why we lost. We lost inexperience of the character. Now we have a little bit of experience. We know that in that special phase he got from phase shifting us out of field with like whatever that Spirit Bomb looking thing is. Whatever that phase is, he got most of his damage in that phase. I phase shifted him out of it once with my super, but I had to blow that to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to try our best to not go into that phase. If he has to phase shift us with like a grab or, you know, some sort of homing attack, that's almost fine. It doesn't really matter as much as long as he doesn't really get into that phase where he just pops off. I don't really know how he gets into it, but I'm looking at the situation with all of the info that I have, and I'm going to try my best. So we're going to go into the next game, and hopefully, you know, we can adapt our playstyle. See, before, I was trying to get close without jumping because I figured he was just going to put up those rifts, and he was going to, you know, box me in. This time, I'm going to try and use a little bit of fireballs and just try to avoid the rifts, and I just want to get into a spot where he can't phase shift me into that super phase without me having something to do about it, because I would just take too much damage. I think that's Darkrai's strength, is that phase. I want to be able to avoid that special phase as much as possible. So we're starting the game up. We're on Tellertown, I think. This is a pretty decent map. It's not super big, so it definitely suits my character more than his, I think. So he's going for it. We're just going to try and fireball some chip damage. We're going to try and avoid these as much as possible, and I don't think he can phase shift me without, see, he has to go for a homing attack, and that doesn't really, see, it doesn't go into the phase, which means, you know, we're off to a pretty good start. He has more synergy than we do, but oh yeah, he also, all the Darkrai's that I've seen, even not even just this guy, they all love going for that high attack because it just hits Charizard because he's a tall character. And apparently it just breaks my Flare Blitz. Such a good move. He's going for the grab there. He's going to grab my Emolga, which is such good timing. He goes, I'm super low. Looks like I'm going to lose again. Like, you know, it looks like I'm not off to a great start. But, you know, I'm trying my best. He's going to whiff his grab there. I probably could have punished with a flamethrower there instead. And, I don't remember if I win this exact game, but oh, that's a sick grab. That is such a raw grab right there. And oh, I remember I win this one. So we're gonna trick him. We're gonna bust out my secret weapon here. What do you guys think it is? It's gonna be oh no. Oh yeah, wait. I'm gonna pause it. Yeah. So what I was doing there was I realized I was so close, and I've realized that I've gotten synergy meter from getting hit before. So I was just going to hold it until he hit me, let me get enough to burst, and obviously just going to burst, gain a little bit more health, and just come in. He's going to pop the Yveltal, but remember, Yveltal has a little bit of lag frames, so we're just going to be able to synergy burst, avoid the Yveltal, and finish him off. So he was definitely winning that game, but I managed to turn it around. We kept him out of the phase, and also you can you can see like kind of in the bottom left, I have like 40% of my meter already because I think I'm playing with the special support. So I get a ton of synergy meter if I win the game. So that's pretty good. We're gonna try and do the same thing. We're gonna try and pepper him with fireballs, keep him out of that phase. If he ends up phase shifting us through a homing attack or a grab, it's not really the end of the world. So note that he has meter, he has Yveltal. I'm gonna try and avoid those as much as possible. You know what? I'm gonna pause it. I really thought that grab would grab him. Like he totally was available to be grabbed. You guys saw the grab, and it didn't work. And what really sucks, he's gonna be able to go into his super phase. He has meter, he has Yveltal, he has everything that he could need. So it kind of sucks. Like this one, it didn't go according to plan. That grab that I thought would work, my inexperience in against the character is showing. There's nothing I could have done in that scenario when I went all in on that grab. I got punished in the most maximum way possible. Like he has meter, he's in his phase. I'm doing a very good job this time, I will say, of not getting metered. I'm like, you know what? I'll make you grab me. And then he does get the grab. It's going to deal so much damage. Look at that damage. But he's not getting his meter off of me. I'm keeping my distance, and I'm forcing everything other than, the special meter to happen. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to try and go in. He's going to grab. I tried to Fennekin right there, and I'm like, ah, man, that kind of sucks. I still need to Fennekin. I can Fennekin to give myself a little bit of invincibility frames in case he goes for something big. I'm not out of this yet. He's like, well, one good size toss combo away from winning. I go for a raw hard counter, which is something I rarely ever do. And, yeah, I'm getting pretty much bodied here. He goes into a special phase again, which means I double messed up this time. Oh wait, hold on. I remember what happens. I win this game. Watch this. Look at this play. He's in his mode, fire punch, and then there we go. Pretty good stuff. I thought I was gonna lose, because I probably should have watched these before I went to it. But what happened was he phase shifted us. He got his super meter up, but I blocked one of his attacks with the invincibility frames with my Fennekin. I blocked another one of his attacks with the invincibility frames on my Fire Punch, buffering his weak attack or his range attack, whatever that is. I buffered it with Fire Punch, and then I held Flying Stance and went in with Flare Blitz. Now, you may think that's something that's obviously something you should do with Charizard all the time. It's pretty good. It's not something I go for all the time. It's not like it's a hard input, but it's something I kind of like to save as like a little bit of a cheese, because it lets my character cover a ton of distance in field and dual phase relatively quickly. It's something that if I don't use it all that often, it becomes somewhat of a secret weapon. And it ended up winning me that game. So very, very close, but I did 2-0 him that time. So I think this just goes to show, if you do your best and look at the reasons why you lost the first game and really focus on the reasons why you lost, it's going to help you become a better player. Because I turned around a game that I lost in a game where I 2-0'd the person just by trying my best to stay out of that Darkrai phase. That's the only real thing that I really wanted to do. I wanted to gain information on the character, I wanted to stay out of that phase, and I wanted to avoid getting hit by his super special. So that was all I really wanted to do here, guys. I want to say thank you for watching, and let me know if you guys have any tips or tricks to help me become better as a player, and also to help me fight Darkrai, because Darkrai is pretty new, and I probably butchered announcing how this character works, because I really don't know how it works. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.